Hey all, today we're going to talk about how bashing your own body can actually be really disrespectful to your partner. I recently had a client tell me that her partner, who happened to be a guy, was struggling with major body image issues and was bashing his body in front of her a lot. And she had said that this guy did not have the sort of classic, conventional male body ideal, but that she was really into him. She found him very sexy. She really wanted him. She really liked him. So for him to be bashing his body the way he was in front of her, especially when they were like naked and in an intimate space, she said it felt like he was rejecting her desire, rejecting her arousal, rejecting her feelings. And that it was ultimately really invalidating and actually made her feel less close to him and in the end, less attracted to him. I want to share this here because so many of my female clients especially really struggle with body image, and they will constantly berate or bash their own bodies in front of their male partners, thinking that this couldn't possibly matter. They're dealing with a thing, and so they criticize their body in front of their partner. And I want us to talk about how that is really not cool regardless of gender. Now, the client I just mentioned, I should tell you, she was working with me on her own body image issues. So the fact that her partner was in this space criticizing his own body in front of her, sort of, scrutinizing every inch of fat on his body in front of her, while she's trying to unlearn fat phobia and weight stigma and all of these ideals for beauty and body, was super triggering for her. Which means that on top of just not feeling good and kind of feeling like a rejection, it was also really irresponsible. Granted, he had no idea she was struggling with this stuff, but that's kind of the point. Commenting on our bodies in a really critical way can be harmful to the people who hear us do that, especially if we're in an intimate space, because we often have no idea what the other person is going through or what their relationship to their own body is like. We all have insecurities. We all have stuff that you might never guess. And so it can actually be really, really problematic to be doing that and possibly leading the other person to feel really judged, really self-conscious, really start thinking like, okay, I guess you're a perfectionist about bodies. I'd better be one too. I'd better be careful. And that was what happened to my client. She basically said that him commenting on every little flaw made her think, okay, I'd better be really careful now because he doesn't like flaws, and started wondering, what's he thinking about my body, and started going right back into a place where she was obsessed with her own flaws and her own body again. And we never know what other people are dealing with. It can be incredibly harmful to do this. So that's just one way in which commenting or criticizing your own body in front of a partner, especially when you're in a naked or intimate space, can be super harmful and disrespectful. Another is that bashing your own body in front of the person who gets naked with you, who wants to have sex with you, or who wants to partner with you, it really does invalidate their desire and totally disrespect their feelings. It projects shame that you feel for yourself onto them, often without anyone even realizing it. Because if you say, ugh, I'm so disgusting and I'm so embarrassed by my cellulite or these belly rolls, or ugh, I'm so gross and fat, and the other person is thinking, God, you're so hot, I can't wait to have sex with you, what does that mean about how you view them and their opinion and their feelings? It literally is like saying to your partner, you should be ashamed for wanting to have sex with someone who looks so gross or shameful. Or you're disgusting because you want to have sex with someone who looks like this and I'm disgusting. It is absolutely disrespectful to your partner's feelings and very invalidating of their opinion to go about it and criticize your body in this way. It projects all that stuff right onto them. Lastly, there's something incredibly threatening about bashing your body and talking about how you want to get more attractive by losing weight or changing this or that flaw. It's super threatening because it's kind of like saying to your partner, you may be satisfied with how I look right now, but I'm not, because I'd like to change and be more attractive. And to what end? If they're satisfied already, the threatening piece of this is, I'd want to attract someone else. Now, of course, I recognize that people want to feel good and attractive and sexy for themselves too, not just their partner. But think about it this way. If you sleep with a man and are partnered with a man, and he is constantly talking about how he wishes his penis were bigger, but you are like, actually, this is as big as I can take. Like, this is maybe the perfect size, or maybe even just a little bit too big to be totally comfortable for you. And he knows that. And yet he's still talking about how he wishes it were bigger, or, thinking about ways he could make it bigger, or thinking about supplements or something to make it bigger. you'd start to feel pretty threatened and disrespected too. You'd be like, okay, who are you trying to make it bigger for? Because it's not me. Now, of course, we can just say this is insecurity, right? This is just what insecurity might look like, but it's likely to threaten you as the partner. And the same is true in reverse. If you are constantly talking about how you wish you were thinner, or you wish you had more, got rid of your cellulite or your stretch marks or whatever the thing is for you that you're like obsessed with talking about getting rid of, and your partner loves it or doesn't mind it at all, is completely satisfied with you and your body, finds you super sexy, they're likely to eventually start to feel kind of threatened, maybe even suspicious, like, who is it that you're trying to be more attractive for? Because it's not me. This is why, for anyone in any kind of partnership, I highly recommend never again bashing your body in front of your partner. For so many reasons, including how that message gets sent to yourself when you do that, but also what it sends to your partner. And I highly recommend inviting your partner into your inner world with this stuff. Really open up a dialogue and share with them what you're struggling with, how you've been feeling, what's going on in your head and heart, how your relationship to your body has been so fraught. You can absolutely share all of that stuff with your partner in a thoughtful and meaningful way without ever criticizing or bashing your body in front of them. Ultimately, it's going to feel a lot more nourishing and connective and intimate for the both of you. And also, it's going to actually respect them and hopefully not do harm in case there's anything going on that you might not know about in their head as you criticize yourself. As an added bonus, one of the most respectful things you can do for your partner sometimes is just accept that they want you, they like you, they love you, they're attracted to you, and let them do those things instead of shutting it down. Setting aside our own personal insecurities and then letting someone admire us, love us, like us, want us, it is a huge sign of respect, and it's going to bring you a lot closer and actually build intimacy between you because they will feel really received and you will get to receive all of that love and desire that's already there. So if it's within reach for you and they love to look at you, let them look at you. If they want to admire you, let them admire you. You don't have to shut that down just because you don't agree with their perspective. You might think, I don't like how I look today. I'm not comfortable or satisfied with this. But if you set that aside and receive the fact that they are, it can feel super wonderful and respectful and intimate for everybody, even if it's hard and uncomfortable at first. But by rejecting their desire, you're rejecting them. By rejecting yourself in front of them, you're rejecting them. And by welcoming the fact that they want you, they love you, they're into you, you're actually allowing that to be a really intimate and respectful exchange. Obviously, if this is something that feels totally out of reach for you, I do offer coaching on body image for this exact reason. It's super, super difficult, but you can do it. Feel free to reach out or apply for coaching at any time, and thanks for watching.